Goal takes a look at the biggest transfer rumours from the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A and beyond as we head into the winter window. Arsenal are interested in luring Riyad Mahrez to Emirates Stadium in the January window as they look for a replacement for Alexis Sanchez, according to Liga. The Chilean is keen on joining Premier League rivals Manchester City, with both clubs currently in negotiations over a deal. And Arsene Wenger has identified Mahrez, who has also been linked with Liverpool, as the ideal replacement, with Leicester City looking to receive €55 million from any potential sale. Alexis Sanchez's move from Arsenal to Manchester City could be completed as early as this week, claims the Express. City have refloated their interest for Pep Guardiola's former Barca charge in January, with the clubs entering talks. The Premier League leaders want the deal done as soon as possible, and hope to land Alexis in a move worth around £30 million. Lucas Moura has agreed to join Manchester United from PSG, reports Calcio Mercato. The Brazilian attacker is keen to move to the Premier League, and is now pushing the French club to acquiesce to his sale. United, meanwhile, are likely to pursue Antoine Griezmann in the summer as they bid to further bolster their attack. Andreas Christensen signed a new 4.5-year contract with Chelsea, the club announced Tuesday. The 21-year-old defender has been a solid player for Antonio Conte's side this season, making 22 appearances so far. The new deal will keep him at Stamford Bridge until 2022, after he initially signed with the Blues in 2012 and spent the last 2 seasons on loan at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Check out the full story right here on Goal. Barcelona midfielder Ivan Rakitic is wanted by Juventus, Liverpool and Arsenal, according to Diario Gol. Rakitic is wary that his game time may be diminished by the signing of Philippe Coutinho from the Reds, but he is unwilling to move before the World Cup next summer. If he and Croatia perform well, the report states, then offers are likely to multiply. Burnley have completed the loan signing of Georges Kevin Gaudu on loan from Tottenham until the end of the season. The French winger has struggled for game time at Spurs, although we'll expect to see more first-team opportunities now he has joined Sean Dyche's side. Read the full story on Goal right here. Mauro Icardi has passed a medical at Real Madrid ahead of a move from Inter Milan, according to Diario Gol. Real are keen to reinforce their strike force this January, and the striker, who is eligible to play in the Champions League, has already undergone private testing in Italy as the Spanish club prepare to unveil him. Arsene Wenger has insisted that Arsenal are not in a financial position to compete with Manchester City after hinting at being interested in Johnny Evans. Both clubs are apparently keen on the West Brom defender, but Wenger is adamant that his side are second best to City when it comes to negotiating the transfer. Read the full story on Goal. Liverpool are considering making a move for Roma midfielder Kevin Strootman, Premium Sport reports. The Reds need to add to the midfield after the departure of Philippe Coutinho, while they could see Emre Can leave for Juventus, and see the Roma star as a smart addition. Strootman, 27, is interested in a move to the Premier League, but there are said to be many clubs interested in him. Everton are preparing to sell Oumar Niasse as the striker is attracting interest from other Premier League sides, the Liverpool Echo reports. The signing of Cenk Tosun means the 27-year-old is expected to struggle for playing time in the second half of the season, and the Toffees are prepared to let him go if a reasonable offer comes in. Everton are looking for around £13 million for the Senegal international, and with Brighton, Crystal Palace and West Brom showing an interest, they could offload him this month. Tottenham Hotspur have been scouting Coventry City's teenage star Tom Bayliss, the Daily Mail claims. The 18-year-old impressed in the FA Cup as the League Two side beat Stoke City to claim the place in the 4th round. Bayliss only recently made it into the Coventry first team, but has already attracted interest from Derby County in addition to Spurs paying close attention. Arsenal boss Arsene Wenger insists the situation regarding Alexis Sanchez's future is very quiet, as speculation over a move to Manchester City increases. Goal understands the Premier League sides are currently in talks for Alexis, as Pep Guardiola's side are hoping to land the want-away Chile international during the January transfer window. However, Wenger maintains that no progress has been made as the former Barcelona star's future remains uncertain. Read the story on goal. Thomas Lemar has returned to the top of Arsenal's list of candidates to replace Alexis Sanchez in January, reports the Mirror. Alexis has seen speculation over a move this window grow in recent days, with Manchester City appearing the most likely destination. And the Monaco star, closely followed by the Gunners, could move before the end of the month if a deal for the Chilean is struck. His current club, however, are likely to hold out for a mammoth £90 million to make any move happen. Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal are set to battle for the signature of Leon Bailey, according to the Mirror. The Bayer Leverkusen winger is likely to command a fee of more than £40 million, although his club are reluctant to sell. West Ham have emerged as one of Celtic's biggest rivals for Stoke City midfielder Joe Allen and are willing to spend around £15 million for his services, according to the Daily Mail. Brendan Rodgers had made the Wales international one of his main targets, with the boys currently the bookmakers' favourites to sign Allen, but faced competition from David Moyes, who is looking to strengthen his midfield during the January transfer window. However, Stoke seem unwilling to do business with West Ham, and have indicated that the 27-year-old is not for sale at any price. Chelsea's efforts to land Alex Sandro are being frustrated by the high asking price Juventus have slapped on the player, claims The Telegraph. Sandro has long been a target for Antonio Conte, who is keen to bolster his options at the back, but Juve reportedly are holding out for £60 million, a fee the Blues are not willing to match. Marwan Fellaini has told Jose Mourinho he is not interested in staying at Manchester United, claims The Sun. The Belgian midfielder, who has suffered with injuries this term, is out of contract in the summer, and after rejecting an extension in September he has resisted all Mourinho's efforts to convince him into signing a new deal. Manchester United's chances of signing Paulo Dybala have been boosted by Paris Saint-Germain's decision not to pursue the Juventus man, according to the Mirror. PSG have ruled out a summer move for Dybala, with the Red Devils next in line as Jose Mourinho seeks attacking reinforcements. United also are reportedly monitoring Antoine Griezmann, though Barcelona's interest in the Frenchman could see the Red Devils turn their attention to Dybala. Jose Mourinho has demanded Manchester United buy N'Golo Kante if they want him to stay at the club, states Don Ballin. The Chelsea star is now considered one of the world's finest defensive midfielders, and his talents have left Mourinho as a keen admirer. Barcelona have agreed the €11.5 million purchase of Yerry Mina from Palmeiras, according to Sport. The Colombia international has been the subject of a tug-of-war between the Catalans and Brazilians in recent weeks, with the latter demanding a fee that exceeds the first option already signed on Mina, but there has been a breakthrough, and Mina is now expected to arrive in Barcelona this week to finalize a transfer. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez is considering replacing Marcelo with Chelsea's Marcos Alonso, according to Don Ballin. Los Blancos are ready to overhaul their roster and move on from the Brazilian left-back, who turns 30 in May. Alonso reportedly would be brought in to split minutes with 20-year-old Theo Hernandez. Liverpool are willing to sell striker Daniel Sturridge during the January transfer window, according to ESPN. Southampton and West Ham are said to be interested in the 28-year-old, who has scored 2 goals in 9 Premier League appearances this season. The Reds are more reluctant to loan out striker Danny Ings, with the 25-year-old seen as valuable cover should Sturridge leave. Monaco head coach Leonardo Jardim accepts he may be unable to keep Thomas Lemar at the club during the January transfer window. "We are not used to selling in the winter," Jardim told reporters on Monday. But the transfer window lasts until the end of the month and many things can happen. Check out the full story right here on Goal. Barcelona midfielder Rafinha is a transfer target for Celta Vigo, according to the Galician club's sporting director. Rafinha is yet to feature in La Liga this season after he twice underwent knee surgery during 2017, although last month he was cleared to return to action. Check out the full story right here on Goal. Barcelona rejected the idea of loaning Philippe Coutinho back to Liverpool for the remainder of the season, according to the Daily Mail. Liverpool's owners reportedly did everything in their power to keep the Brazilian at Anfield until the summer, hoping a loan would be reasonable because Coutinho is cup-tied in Champions League play. Rafa Benitez has been told by the Newcastle United board he must sell before bringing in any new players, according to The Sun. The lack of investment in his squad has been a constant complaint by the Spaniard since taking the Magpies back up to the Premier League, but he is unlikely to see any change on that front in January as he grows frustrated with the uncertainty over the transfer situation. West Ham are on the verge of signing Newcastle United star John Joe Shelvey in a £12 million move, reports The Express. Negotiations have prospered between the two clubs in January, with Shelvey seen as key in the Hammers' bid to move away from the relegation zone in the second half of the season. Mauro Icardi and Harry Kane are Real Madrid's top attacking targets as they attempt to end the current malaise, claims Diego. With the merengue forward line performing intermittently throughout the season, Florentino Perez has released up to €200 million to stop the rot. Inter's Icardi is the chosen number 9 for a deal this January, while Kane will be approached in the summer. Valencia are ready to swoop in with a £12 million offer for Arsenal's Francis Coquelin, according to the Mirror. West Ham and Crystal Palace are also interested in the midfielder, who is surplus to requirements at the Emirates and available for transfer in January. Arsenal could send Mathieu Debuchy to West Brom as part of a deal to sign Johnny Evans, according to the Evening Standard. The Gunners reportedly have yet to meet West Brom's £25 million valuation for Evans, with Manchester City also interested in the centre-back. But the inclusion of Debuchy could sway the Baggies, who are keen to add the right-back. RB Leipzig will resist Liverpool's attempts to move Naby Keita's arrival to January, according to the Liverpool Echo. Liverpool have already agreed a £55 million deal for Keita to arrive in the summer, though the club reportedly would be prepared to pay extra to accelerate his transfer. But Leipzig want to keep the attacker through the end of the season, and the Reds don't plan to force the issue after engaging in amicable negotiations with the Bundesliga side last summer. Liverpool and Arsenal are monitoring 18-year-old Stevenage defender Ben Wilmot, according to the Daily Mail. The Premier League sides reportedly sent scouts to Stevenage's FA Cup clash with Reading to evaluate the centre-back's first senior start. Manchester United striker James Wilson is set for a loan to Sheffield United, according to the Daily Mail. The 22-year-old HASNT played a first-team match since suffering a torn knee ligament in October 2016 while on loan to Derby County. Wilson has scored 4 goals in 20 first-team appearances for the Red Devils but has been relegated to the club's reserves this season.